Hey everyone, you're welcome to my channel. It's Lisa Ode here again. If you're a returning subscriber, you already got it. Welcome. I'm happy to see you again. And if it's your first time seeing my lovely face, make sure you subscribe, like this video if you find it valuable, and click the post notification bell so you're alerted when I post more valuable videos. So for today's video, we'll be having a very important and informative video on how to plan your travel to the Schengen area, the visa application process. I see that's one question that a lot of people have asked me, and I thought what better way to create value than answering this question to most people that have the same question. So today I'll be detailing how to go about the Schengen visa application process. Before you start your Schengen visa application, make sure you build a bit of travel history first. You need to at least have visited maybe 2-3 countries, and you can start with low-hanging fruits like countries where you don't need visas at all. For Nigerians living in Nigeria, the kind of countries you can try is maybe Ghana, Togo, Benin, even Rwanda. You can go to these countries just by booking your flights without having to go through the visa application hassle. The second thing you can also do to build your travel history is visit countries where you can get your visa on arrival. So countries like Lebanon, countries like Mauritius, countries like the Maldives, you get your visa on arrival. So after you see that you've had a bit of travel history, then you can go ahead with your Schengen visa application. The Schengen area is a region where there are about 27 countries, and you do not need visas for each country. The Schengen visa covers your visit to all of these 27 countries. Transportation is also relatively cheap between the cities in these countries. Flights, buses, trains, they're typically very cheap. So on your Schengen trip, you can visit at least 3, 4, 5 cities or even countries. So the first thing you need to do when you have decided that you have a bit of travel history, you need to decide what kind of visa you are going to be applying for, because we are talking about tourism purpose here, maybe vacation, going for sightseeing. The visa you'd be applying for is the tourist visa. So when you decide that's the tourist visa you want to apply for, the second thing you need to decide is which country would you be applying to. So there are 3 schools of thoughts about the kind of country you should be applying for when you are sending in your visa application. So some people advise that you apply to embassies that have high acceptance rate, and another school of thought is you apply to the country where your plane will be landing at first in the Schengen area. Let's say you're traveling from Lagos and you're probably going to be transiting in Madrid, but your final destination is let's say Belgium, and then you'll be applying to the Spanish embassy because you'll be landing in Madrid first, and Madrid is a city in Spain, and Spain is in the Schengen area. So definitely you need to apply to the Spanish embassy if you're going to be landing in Madrid first. Another one is the country or the country where you'll be spending the most time. Let's say you're visiting Paris, you're visiting Barcelona, you're visiting Amsterdam, but most of your time will be spent in Amsterdam, then it makes sense to apply to the Netherlands embassy. For this 3 school of thoughts, I don't even know which one is the one that you should follow at all times, but I feel like if you follow any one of them, you should be good. You should be good if you follow any one of them. The first time I applied to the Schengen area, I was visiting Madrid. It was a direct flight, so I just applied to the Spanish embassy. The second time I was going to apply for the Schengen visa, even though I was visiting Amsterdam, but because I already have history with the Spanish embassy, I just sent my visa application to the Spanish embassy and I got my visa approved. So you can also do that if you have a bit of history with any one of those countries for another trip to the Schengen area. It's just better you apply to that same consulate to get your Schengen visa approved. So you decided that it's the tourist visa you want to go for, and you've decided on the country that you want to apply to. In my instance, the 2 times I've applied to the Schengen region, I applied to the Spanish consulate. So if the same thing you want to do, let's say you're going to be spending most of your time in Spain, you want to visit Barcelona, Madrid, Segovia, you want to visit some of those cities in Spain, then you can also apply to the Spanish embassy, or maybe most of your time will be spent in Spain. For the Spanish embassy, the visa center that handles all of the tourist visas is the BLS center. I'm going to drop the website on the screen here, and I'm also going to leave it in the description box so you can go there to start your application process. So when you go on their website, the first thing they ask you to do is to book an appointment date. After you have booked your appointment date, then there is a checklist that has all of the documents that you need to take along for your appointment. Then the third thing you need to do is go to their center with your documents. So for the documents and the checklist, I'll be listing them. So if you see me looking down, no worries. I'm just trying to get all of that information from my laptop here. So the first document you need to take along is your passport, definitely your international passport. You can travel without your international passport. So your passport has to have a validity of at least 3 months after the intended date of departure from the Schengen territory. So let's say today is the 13th of March. I'm flying on the 27th of March, and I'm going to be leaving the Schengen area, let's say sometime in May. So this is saying that your passport cannot expire. That's May, June, July. So I'm leaving May, so June, July, August. So your passport cannot have an expiry date that is earlier than August. So it can be September, it can be October, it can be December, but it cannot be earlier than August. So if your passport is going to be expiring in July, definitely you need to renew your passport before you go for that visa application. The second thing you need to take along is 2 colored photographs. I always advise they have a description for what the photograph should look like and all of those specifications. But I also know that they have people that take photographs in their office. So I just go down the easy route and I go to their office to have my photographs taken. So I don't have any back and forth with, or maybe the specification isn't right or the background isn't right. So you can also do that, take your passport photograph at their office. The third thing you have to go along with is a photocopy of your passport data page and all pages of the passport with visas. So you have to photocopy the data page, the page of your passport that has your picture, your passport number, all of those informations about you. Take a photocopy of that page, and if you've traveled elsewhere, all of the pages of your passport that has a visa. So you need to photocopy that as well and take it along. The fourth thing you have to go with is 2 Schengen visa application forms. So they have that on their website. I'm also going to be leaving the link in the description box for where the application forms are. One is in Spanish, one is in English. So you fill them with the same information, write everything out in capital letters and make sure it is very clear and there are no mistakes. The fifth thing that you should go with is the travel medical insurance. The times I've traveled, all the times I've traveled, the medical insurance I have gone with is the Axamansard medical insurance. So this insurance covers all sorts of medical help that you might need on your travel. It's also important that you have this. You might not fall sick, but who knows? Anything can happen. So it's better to be safe than sorry. It's just better you have this. I'm going to leave the link in the description box. So you want to, just in case you want to, get your travel medical insurance for that Schengen application. The sixth thing you have to go with is your flight booking. Your flight booking, they do not ask for purchase tickets. Make sure that you are not purchasing any ticket before getting your visa. So they just want a sort of booking. You can get this flight booking from any travel agent, or you can use dummy-tickets.com. That is where I get my flight bookings. It typically takes about $5 to $10, and you have your booking reservation. So you can put this amongst the documents you'll be taking for your visa application, just to show that you have a flight itinerary, you have a booking to cover your trip. The seventh thing you have to go with is your accommodation. I use booking.com for all my accommodations booking, especially bookings that I need for my visa application. This is because on booking.com, some of these accommodations you do not need to pay beforehand. Some of them you can pay when you arrive at the accommodation. For others, you can pay when it's closer to the date of your arrival at the accommodation. Just in case your plans change or your visa isn't approved, you can easily cancel and you don't lose any money. I'm going to leave a link to the bookings.com website where you can check for your accommodation for any city or any country in the world where you want to travel to. For the eighth thing, proof of your travel plans as a tourist. So definitely you're traveling for tourism. You need to show them that you have some things that you want to do when you get to the city. You want to include maybe tickets to the museum, tickets for sightseeing trips, football tickets. But more than this, because you don't know about your application status until you get your visa approved or not, I'd always advise that you book something free, something that you can cancel just in case your plans change. I always use free walking tours. There are quite a number of different providers for this free walking tours. There's the freetalk.com, there's guruwalk.com, there's the Sandeman store. I would leave their link in the description box. So essentially, a free walking tour is a tour where a tour guide is usually a citizen or a resident of the city, or someone that has been in this city for a while, someone that knows a bit about the city, takes you around. There are different types of tours. There are historical walking tours, there's the food walking tour, there's the sightseeing walking tour. There are different kind of walking tours. So these walking tours, they take you to all of these places, show you around, give you information about these places and all of that. Because it's called a walking tour, you don't need to pay upfront. But more than this, at the end of these tours, if you eventually get your visa approved and you go for the walking tour, you are to tip the tour guide. They don't receive any other sort of compensation aside the tips that they get from tourists. So make sure to tip them. When you book this walking tours, they send you a booking confirmation to your email. You can print this booking confirmation and attach it to the documents that you'll be taking along for your visa application. The ninth thing I see on the list here is original registry, marriage, and birth certificate. If you're traveling with your family, that's a bit explanatory. The 10th thing is an introductory letter indicating the purpose of the journey and providing details about it. The letter is not too complicated. It's actually very simple. It's just a letter explaining yourself, what you are there to do, the kind of things that you want to do on the trip, how you'll be funding the trip. You could say, in my case, I would say, my name is Elizabeth Ojo, with passport number this. I work with this, as in this. I would like to go on a trip to the Schengen area because I would love to visit Paris. Here are the things I want to do in Paris. Day 1, visit to the Eiffel Tower. Day 2, visit to the Louvre. Day 3, visit to this. I really appreciate it. My visa application is approved and granted. Thank you so much for your kind consideration. Nothing too deep, but I will also leave a link to an introductory letter I saw online that you can follow. The 11th one is your proof of income. So either if you're an employee, you are retired, or a business person, they need to present documents that indicate that you possess sufficient means of subsistence, both for the duration of your trip and your return back to your country. So I know that amount differs for each country. For Spain, it's about 67, 70 euros per day in the Schengen region, and you also need to have the money for your return flight in your account. So more than this year, I always advise, please have enough money. Don't let them start doubting your financial standing. Have enough money so they see that you can take care of yourself, and you can also have enough money to return to your country at the end of your trip. Also need to make sure that the amount that you put in your employment letter. If you're an employee, you need to provide your letter of appointment, your leave letter, your salary slip, your bank statement. If you're retired, your proof of retirement, your bank statement. And if you're a businesswoman, you provide certificates of incorporation, memorandum of articles of association, any document that just proves that you're a business person. They always ask for your 6 months bank statement. They also ask for your 6 months pay slip if you're an employee. Make sure that the amount you have in your pay slip, the amounts coming into your bank statement, into your bank, they're actually the same, or maybe they're in the same, they are consistent. The amount coming in to your bank account is consistent with the amounts that you have written as your salary in your letter of appointment or your salary slip. And definitely you need to pay for the visa fee. If you have enjoyed the video so far, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends, and I'd love to read your comments. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like about this video. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know the kind of cities that you like to visit in Schengen area. Let me know your dream Schengen country to visit. I really love to hear all of these details. For the visa interview, when you go to drop all of those documents on your appointment date, Make sure you're yourself, you're confident. Make sure the things that you are saying are, the same things you have in your documents, and you're just confident, you're genuine, you're honest, you're not, dilly-dallying, you go straight to the point. Another tip I would say is for your visa application, I know they advise that you apply 3 weeks before your travel date, but make sure you apply far in advance, at least 3 months. At least 3 months. That's what I always do for all of my visa application, just in case you need to plan, just in case, you know how this visa application things can be. Just give them enough time to resolve all of that so you have your visa in good time. I'll be summarizing the major points I have discussed in the video. So number 1, make sure you have some travel history. Number 2, decide on the country that you'll be applying through. Number 3, visit their website. Visit their website to maybe fill the application form or book the appointment date. Number 4, gather your documents. When you check their website, you see the documents that you're supposed to take along. I spoke about the Spanish visa application process because that is what I applied. That is where I applied when I applied, and I'm speaking out based on my experience solely. I'm not a travel consultant. I am speaking based on my experience. I'm going to leave all of those important links in the description box so you can check them. And if there's anything I forget or I haven't listed and you need that information, you can comment and let me know what it is. I'll reply and send you the help that you need. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it has been valuable, and I can't wait for all of us to explore the Schengen area. But it's quite easy compared to moving across the other countries. Moving in the Schengen area with one Schengen visa, you can apply to, or you can visit and enjoy the trip to maybe 3 countries, 3 cities and all of that. See you next time. Bye.